Okay guys, so first impressions on a workout like this should be obvious. We're gonna be dealing with a lot of core fatigue. So the idea here is to get those V-ups in and then have to go to bar muscle up under tremendous core fatigue. And there are two major points in that bar muscle up where you're gonna need to rely on that core. It's in the drive off of the arch in the beat swing, that initial drive. It's a lot of force through the core and that hip flexion, and then the pull around and up above the bar. There's a lot of core force through the core in those two specific points on the bar muscle up. Those V-ups are meant to exhaust that. And we're just going to be dealing with a lot of gymnastic stamina today. So if you don't have the ability to get above your bar, but you do have a bar, you can change that to strict pull-ups and just try to reinforce that hollow body position when you're doing your strict, sorry, not pull-ups, chin-ups. You're doing those strict chin-ups over the bar. And then if you don't have a barbell at all, we're going to use our trusty chair plank. So Em's going to demo this. We want some nice fast V-ups. We've already been over the V-up this week, so I'll just let you guys watch Em do some nice smooth fast V-ups. Remember, the compression starts in the core. Don't kick your feet up, just compress through the core and snap up to your feet. Em's doing a really good job of getting those shoulders rolling up off the ground and enforcing that hollow body position. Then we get to the pull-up chair plank. We're supersetting this, so make sure you go right into this. In the pull-up chair plank, you can see Em's shoulders, they're backing down. She's really pinching her scap, keeping her abs tight. Em, go into a semi-bad position here in your shoulders. Yeah, so we don't want that, and Em, you can stop. Yes, we want that. All right, so we don't want those shoulders rolling forward on this one. We want to pinch those back as hard as we can. It's going to make this harder to do that, but that's the whole point. We're going to be getting stronger in the right places rather than just holding on in a really shitty position. All right, so good little back and forth today for some isometric and dynamic core fatigue and core work. All right. All right guys, so 2 days METCON. It looks pretty complex on paper, but it's really just two triplets for the price of one. We've got the three different movements with three different stimulus. You're gonna mainly be centered around the power endurance stimulus today in the snatch, but we've got powerful movement in the snatch. We've got a movement with a lot of time on tension in the shoulders in the overhead lunge, and then we've got a very leg dominant movement that's going to expose us to some leg fatigue and some lactic acid in the pistols, and in the second triplet it's the bike. So a lot going on in this one, but it's pretty simply just power endurance that we're looking for. So all we're going to do is introduce you to the movements you can sub for at home to stick with the stimulus. Okay, so to show you some of these movements and the modifications, we want to center around the snatch, so to hold on to that like powerful movement. So try to find something heavy that is safe to use, that's heavy. So if you have two dumbbells and you normally only use one for alternating dumbbell snatch, you can put them together and do double dumbbell snatch or kind of a heavier ground to overhead. If your only option is lighter, just increase the reps, all right? Increase the reps to make it at least a little bit challenging, but nonetheless, we want that heavy. So this is a pretty heavy dumbbell. This is 50 total pounds that Em's gonna use, and she's gonna do a double dumbbell snatch. So watch the massive amount of hip action that she needs. Good. Elbows are high and outside, dumbbells are nice and close. Good. Cool. And that is going to be pretty aggressive for 975. All right. So what's next? Then we have the overhead lunge. We're going to use one dumbbell if that's all we have, and we're going to overhead lunge it if we don't have the luxury of having a plate around. Good. And see how she's nice and stacked and stable overhead, and that's good there. If you do have a plate, you could do plate snatches, and then you have the plate for supporting overhead. Now pistols, this is our favorite scale for pistols, and we can progress, we can have any progression we want on here. You're in control of how much assistance you give yourself. These are box supported assisted or box elevated pistols, and I'm using the floor, but notice how she's not just going down to her leg touches the floor. It's not about this leg, it's about her squatting leg. She's doing a full squat before she drives up, and she's only using just enough of the floor to help her out. Okay, so if she wanted to use more floor, she would go on a little bit lower of a box, or just put her leg directly underneath her, and then she would squat and use a lot. You see how she can bend that knee on that opposite leg to kind of give herself a lot more of a drive up. Good. Yeah. So you can support it how you need to. It's a very good unilateral developer. Okay, and then we have the bike. Okay, so the bike on that next triplet, on that last triplet, we're gonna go back-to-back lunges. So it would be coming off the overhead lunge. You're gonna go jumping lunges.
Jumping lunges. Okay.
Everybody's favorite. Yeah, jumping lunges.
Well,
those are so good. Nice. I'll say right now, don't expect your jumping lunges to look like that. That was rock star. Nice job. But if they do, like, give yourself a pat on the back. Those are really good. Those are tough. Or you can just simply run, or find some monostructural component to substitute for the bike. All right. So have fun with this one. It's a crazy workout, but it's a good one. It'll be a lot of fun.